If you use CapCut to edit, or you're even thinking about using CapCut to edit, you really need to watch this video. Hey there, I'm Kevin Colby, and just for disclosure, I've never used CapCut. I don't use CapCut. I use Final Cut Pro. Just in case you wonder, what do you use? I use Final Cut Pro. CapCut has recently changed their terms of service. Personally, I'm going to tell you, if I used CapCut, I would stop using CapCut. But I want to call this to your attention because I find this insane. So, if you're ever curious about terms of service on anything you use, most of the time they'll put terms of service at the footer of a website. So you go all the way down there and look for terms of service. Typically, whether you use a service for paid or free, there's terms of service. Facebook has terms of service. YouTube has terms of service. You get the idea. But when I went there, here's what I saw. Now, there's something that's very key here. And if you notice right there at the top, it says last updated June 12th, 2025. If you're never sure, if you're looking at the current terms of service, always look at when is the last updated. And some people don't know this. CapCut is owned by the same company that owns TikTok, ByteDance, which I've always thought is ironic that people get wound up about TikTok. Full disclosure, I can't stand TikTok. I tried TikTok 3 different times, and I decided after the 3rd time I was deleting it. I was done. In my opinion, it's a horrible platform. But the same company owns CapCut, and I've always thought it was ironic that people get wound up about TikTok and they just sign up for CapCut. And whether you use a free or a paid plan with CapCut, these terms of service apply to you. So this isn't to scare you, it's just to alert and alert you. And I want you to see how far down they have buried this. I mean, this is real time. I'm going down. It may take me a second to find it again. In fairness to ByteDance and CapCut, when you're using a service, they're giving you the rights to use it, free or paid, and they have some things you can and cannot do. That's cool. So it says right here that they're upfront that you own your intellectual rights, which means basically anything that you're submitting, anything you're creating, you own. But I want you to go right down here. You further grant us and our affiliates, agents, services providers, partners, and other connected third parties a royalty-free, fully transferable, including sub-licensable worldwide license to use your username, image, and likeness to identify you as the source of any user content, including for use in sponsored content. It's very important you pay attention to that by using the service and uploading anything, you are giving them the rights worldwide to use all of that. And then the next paragraph, for the avoidance of doubt, the rights granted in the preceding paragraphs of the section include, but are not limited to, the right to reproduce sound recordings. And then they get into some specific things. This means that you are granting us the right to use your user content without the obligation to pay royalties to you or any third party. And then they go on and spell out some other things. Again, what they're saying is, by you using CapCut to create, you're giving them the right that they can use your stuff to sell, and they don't even have to pay you anything. Or other royalty participants that may be involved either knowingly or otherwise in the creation of user content. So you're also saying, by using it, that CapCut could have a third party unknowingly use your content. This is the other one. Waiver of rights to user content. By uploading or making available user content to or through the services, you waive any rights to prior inspection or approval of any marketing, advertising, or promotional materials related to such user content. That means if they decide to use anything you've done, you've waived the rights. You can ask, hey, can I see that? No. Can I approve that? No. We or authorized third parties reserve the right to cut, crop, edit, or reuse to upload your content in our or the sole discretion. If you use CapCut, again, free or paid, you are giving CapCut the right to use your content however they want to, whether they use it to promote CapCut or unknowingly, I love that term, that legal term, unknowingly, a third party uses it. They can make money off of that. They can even sell it, and you are giving them your rights to do that in perpetuity, which I've learned from Shark Tank means forever. It does. Worldwide, anywhere. I personally think this is crap. Again, it's their platform. It's one of the reasons I use Canva. There was a time where I went to Adobe Express because I thought, oh, this is kind of cool. I had a lot of the same features until Adobe pulled the same thing. Adobe added to their terms of service that basically anything you uploaded, get this, even if it was commercial work, even if it was confidential commercial work, some people do that and they can't share the work because, they're working for a client. The client doesn't want their stuff out there. Adobe reserves the right to use your work to train AI, their AI tools. And I thought, you got to be kidding. There was no opt out. So I thought, well, then I'll just stop using Adobe Express. In fact, since I edit on Final Cut Pro, I don't use any Adobe stuff anymore. I did edit on Premiere once. I really liked it. I got tired of what I call paying the rent, so that's why I went to Final Cut Pro because I can buy it and own it. Again, if you use CapCut or you're thinking of using CapCut, please read the terms of service. And then you decide if you're okay with that. Because here's the thing, any service you use, even ones I recommend, read the terms of service for yourself. Maybe I missed something. I will only recommend something if I've used it or I'm using it and I have some experience with it. Whenever you use an app, you use a service, you use a product, whatever, read the terms of service. Because when you agree to use the service, whenever you download it and start using it, you've agreed to that, whether you like it or not. And then you have control of whether you use it or not. Personally, I'd stop using CapCut. I think this is insane. Make sure you read the terms of service, protect yourself, and more importantly, protect your work because it's your work. It's your creative noggin that's put that out there to the World Wide Web. So, anyway, I hope this helped you. And thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time.